Hey, give him one.
Gracias, senor.
Tut, tut. Your deal, Luther.
Nice pot, Brent.
First one tonight. Ryan through bourbon.
It's called a derringer.
You don't say.
Yep, it'll fetch back anything it goes after.
It looks a sight girlish.
No, it's a handy weapon.
How many cards?
Me too.
Two.
How many?
Hey, mister, you got quite a cough there, haven't you?
See?
What are you, Portuguese?
No, senor. Mira azul.
No, Mexican, eh?
Yes, senor.
What are you doing for your cough?
I here from Chihuahua, senor. Trying to get to Denver.
Yeah, well, you better keep on moving. You can cough longer there.
Gracias, senor. Gracias. Gracias.
How many cards?
Give me two.
Two. How many?
I ain't staying. Much too bad.
How many cards?
Two.
How many you want?
I'll stand.
I'll take one. Your part, Brand.
I own this place. You fellas put your guns away. Leave that money on the table.
Don't you do it. Don't reach for that toy, mister. You'll never get that far.
Who are you?
That's got nothing to do with it. Brave Johnson from Kansas. Put a chew of tobacco on it, mister. Come on, boys.
Adios, St. Johnson.
I want to told you about getting to Denver.
Ah, si, St. Johnson, si.
Good luck.
Adios, mi amigo. Adios.
St. Johnson from Kansas.
Wake up!
Yes,
Wake
what?
up! You just missed seeing Friend Johnson.
What, Peace Officer Johnson?
Yeah, Peace Officer Johnson.
He's the man that cleaned up Kansas. The killingest peace officer that ever lived.
St. Johnson.
My pretty quadroon, my blood that faded too soon, my arms like the strings on my banjo, all broke for my pretty quadroon. My heart's like the strings on my banjo, all broke for my pretty quadroon.
Let me have some more coffee, Deadwood.
Oh, come on. Let's get going. This country's too peaceful for me.
What do you mean, Brant? No Indian country's peaceful. Them Apaches are bad medicine.
No, it ain't Indians that's caused all the trouble in the West. It's the six-gun. They made a mistake when they passed that out. Even made the skunks brave.
That's what old Chuck was always saying.
Yeah. Mind how he looked that morning in Dodge City?
Shot full of holes, wanted.
Blood was running down his Besides, that white horse of his, streaking him so he looked like a zebra.
He'd be here now, I guess, if I hadn't tried to put law and order in that town.
Huh. You talk like you were done with law and order forever.
This country don't want law and order. You lost two of your best friends in Kansas trying to enforce the law.
Yeah, that's why I want to put my shooting irons away for good. Reckon I can't do it alone. No, if the West wants law and order, they'll have to get it without me.
Trouble with you, Frame, you're 50 years ahead of your time.
I agree with you, Frame. I wouldn't mind settling down myself if I had a stake in a live town to spend it in. Might even send for Lotta. Lord, I bet she's tired traipsing around from town to town. I reckon it's just as tough being a play actress as it is a gambler.
Well, what say? Alkali or Tombstone?
Well, Alkali might be a sight more peaceful.
Tombstone sounds peaceful.
Well, Luke, what do you say? Where do you want to go?
Oh, I don't care, Frame. Wherever you go suits me.
Well, now there you are. Grant itches for the wide-open nightlife. Frame wants peace and quiet. Don't make no difference to me. The life we're following, we're going to get a belly full of lead for breakfast sooner or later.
I'll tell you what'll do, Frame. You want to go to Alkali. I'll deal one hand to showdown. If I win, we go to Tombstone.
Go ahead.
The bright light.
And the bright light. What you got?
Huh. You superstitious?
Aces and eights?
Dead man's hand.
Still want to go to Tombstone?
Tombstone it is.
Engines, Ned.
Brought him over to vote for Finn Elder.
Can't right, can they?
They can make a mark.
I don't think they'll allow it.
Finn Elder says it's all right. I got $1 ahead for him. Come on, boys.
What happened, Kurt?
I dropped my gun and it went off and the bullet hit him. Sorry, Finn. I guess you lose the vote.
Come here, boys.
Take that fellow over to Parker's undertaking parlor.
Mark it up anyway. He was going to vote for Ben.
Another bloody killing. A reign of terror, that's what it is.
Quite a town.
What? Don't seem to be no shortage of the sixth gun around here.
Looks as though I'm still your sheriff. May as well have a drink with me. Come on, Judge, where they at? Oh, thanks, Elmer. No use bellyaching, you fellas. You may as well be good sport. Look here, Elder. Are you going to give us back the cattle and money that was stolen to put you in office? What are you driving at? Ask your friends, the Northers. What are you drinking, Jake?
What'll be? Well, howdy, Mr. Johnson. Don't you place me? I'm Ed Deal from Dodge City. Howdy. Sure look like old times. Well, howdy, Mr. Brent, Mr. Luke, Deadwood, whiskey, hash, sangria.
That's right. That's St. Johnson from Kansas.
Yeah?
Rimrock. St. Johnson.
So you're Frame Johnson, huh?
Yeah?
From Kansas, huh?
Yeah?
We've heard of you.
You're right famous hereabouts, Mr. Johnson.
Yeah, who might you be? I'm Bo Norfolk. These are my brothers, Walt and Kirk. Howdy.
Howdy.
You aim to settle here?
Maybe.
Just looking this over, huh? Before you make up your mind.
I reckon. Do you figure to wear a badge, Mr. Johnson?
I ain't thought on it.
Well, it's a thankless job. I allow you found that out in Kansas.
I ain't complaining.
Don't bite off more than you can chew.
Deal, how can we get beds?
Oh, Smith,
Yeah?
some beds for Mr. Johnson. Mister will show you.
Edward, you put the horses up.
Sure. I hope you'll like our town.
So that's him, huh? St. Johnson the Great.
Looks more like a preacher, don't he, than a two-gun man?
That's how he got his name, I reckon.
Well, he better watch out or he'll be a saint for sure.
That's him, all right. I seen him hit a fellow once and put 2 bullets in him before he even struck the floor.
Them fits ain't buggy, mister.
You like home to you?
Here we be.
How much money you got, Bryant?
Well, Frame, I'm pretty low. About $100.
You buy a table?
Nope. Reckon I'll book the house and raise myself a steak.
I still got that reward money from the Escalera kid. $1,500. Well, that'll be enough to buy a table. You can have that if you want it.
Say, that's right nice of you, Frame.
Hey, tut.
glad you voted for me again. Let's get straight to the sheriff. I'll set him up, kid. Boys, Northrop, they're paying for him. You low-down cattle thieves. You bought it for us and you'd go on stealing my property, but you won't. From now on, I'm going to fight with my gun. You better shut him up, William. And as for you, you dirty low-down yellow cur, I want you to know that I know what's going on in this town. You killed him?
You saw him reach for his irons?
There's plenty of witnesses here.
Well, he talked so much. He was drunk, I reckon. He'll have a long time to sleep it off. Wonder what he was drinking. Imagine him accusing us of rustling.
Well, it's been a long while since we slept in bed.
Well, don't have to hog it all. Don't seem to be much law and order here. Come to a pretty pass when our women folks are afraid to go out on the street.
I think we ought to hear from our undertaker. What do you think of the proposition?
My brother and I feel it's a good thing you sent for Mr. Johnson. We do.
Yes. Time we took the bull by the horn. Tombstone ain't the first town that's had to put up a fight. Dodge City did, Denver, Wichita. And how were those towns cleaned up? By fighting peace officers. And that's what we got to have. A man with an itchy trigger finger.
Why, they say this St. Johnson has killed 35 men. That's one for every year of his life. But you can't trust a fellow like him too far.
I tell you that this will get us into open warfare with the North.
Well, what are you going to do about these Northrop? Let them rob our stages, run our cattle, shoot us in the back? I, for one, say fight fire with fire. We're all for hiring Mr. Johnson.
Howdy, Mr. Johnson. I'm Judge Williams. Come on in.
Got your note, the Golden Girl.
Oh, yes. Meet Mr. Dixon. Runs the gun store here. Mr. Burley, old Jeff. Mr. Holt.
How do you do?
And the Parker brothers. Now, an undertaker. Boys are all counsel. Sit down. How do you like Tombstone, Mr. Johnson?
Smart town.
How would you like to take a hand running it?
How's that?
Mr. Johnson, this county needs a deputy marshal. We think you're the man for the job. I'd like to appoint you.
Well, when I left Kansas, I put my badge away for good.
Decent people here would like to see this town cleaned up. It'd make it worth your while.
Sorry, Judge, I'll have to turn you down.
Why, Mr. Johnson?
Thankless job.
Well, the decent people of the town would be with you.
Yeah.
That is, the law-abiding citizens. You could bank on us to back you up.
See, Mr. Johnson, there's a lawless faction here that's been running this town to suit themselves, regardless of other people's rights.
How about Finn Elder?
Oh, he's as bad as the rest of them. What we need's a fella like you that won't draw in his horns to take our part. And we're willing to pay you your price.
Money couldn't hire me.
I reckon this be about the biggest job you ever tackled.
You seen what happened up at the Golden Girl the other night?
No, there's lots of fellas that jump at the chance. There's Pat Masterson. He's up in Denver. Hickok. Ben Thompson. He'd do it.
No, you're the fella.
Oh, I'm only wasting your time. Made up my mind. Won't do it.
Now, don't be hasty. Think it over.
Oh, I came here to settle down. Sick of embroilments and gunplay. They've only got me a trail of dead men and a heap of enemies.
All we want you to do is break the power of the North. We'll back you up to the limit.
This West is going to be a fit place to live in. You've got to do your share.
No.
You owe it to the West, Mr. Johnson. It's your duty.
No.
We're appealing to you, Mr. Johnson.
Oh, Northrop wants to bet $1,000 you won't line up with us.
Yeah?
Yeah. He told Ben Burley. That's right.
Oh, Northrop, eh?
Yeah.
Where's the badge?
Well, Mr. Johnson, I'm mighty glad that you accepted the badge, and you can depend upon my paper to back you to the limit.
Thank you very much.
How do you do, Mr. Johnson? I understand you're to stay with us for quite a... Well, congratulations. We need men like you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Wait a minute. Haven't I seen you in Wichita, Kansas?
No.
Wait a minute. Get out of town. I'll give you till sundown.
Come on.
Things is picking up.
There. I know what I was going to like this year, Tom.
25, 35, 45. Few more holes like this, you and me will be sitting pretty.
We will.
35, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 1.
Hello.
Hi, Frank. What is it, Frame?
Brad, Deadwood, come here.
You've gone and got yourself another badge, eh?
Yeah?
Why did you do it?
Well, I had to.
I knew something was going to happen. Things have been going too smooth.
I thought it was my duty.
Frame, you're a funny man. I just can't figure you out. If you've got to have yourself a star.
I thought you was through enforcing the law.
Well, I was ready to put my irons away.
Well, the council prevailed on me.
Like they did in Dodge City.
And Wichita.
You saw what happened here the other night? Having trouble with the Northrops.
Well, that's different.
These towns don't want peace, Frame. You know that as well as I do.
Somebody's got to do it. Someday the 6 guns will all be put away, and then this will be a fit country to live in. But until then, well, I'm going to do my share. I'll try to do it alone, peaceful.
Alone?
Alone.
Oh, we'll be drug into it. Not that I mind.
Guess that settles it. I'm willing. Well, looks like Tombstone's where we're going to get that lead breakfast.
Yeah, I bet it's going to be a pretty good show.
Frenchie, what's that sign?
To me,
No, stop.
not that boss.
Yeah?
Hey, Brad, fellas, look.
What is it? What's the matter?
Donna's coming to town.
Sure enough, she'll be here Monday.
Well, can you tie that?
It's 4 years since I saw her last down the Panhandle, remember?
You good with her?
Now you know I'm going to get a chance to wear my new shirt.
Face it. Ace deuce. King deuce. King seven, jack. Rat. I'll warn you.
Frank was only giving him a hiding.
Hiding you for?
Destroying property.
Out in the clear sky, this here man starts in for to kill me. Give me my guns and I'll show him. Yeah?
Hold on. What's he doing?
Why, it was a drawer. Drawer on the wall.
What? He's facing the wall. Destroying property.
This man, this here bunch beat me up and now they're after throwing me in jail and fining me. Give me my guns and I'll show you.
Frame, turn this here prisoner over to me. I'll see to him. Trust him in that pen. They're in my court at present, and this man's in my keeping. I hereby fine you $50 each on 3 counts.
I won't pay it. Not a red cent.
There. Some pharaoh chains for you and this tribe.
If you ever lay hands on Kurt again, I'll kill you.
Frame Johnson, we're in for a sight of trouble. We'd better end it once and for all in jig time and save a lot of killing. Now, here's my proposition. I say, let's you and me, right here in broad daylight, settle it man to man. We'll go out on the street, pull our guns, and go to work.
I ain't making no fool plays, fool.
Say, Northrop, I ain't no peace officer. You're spoiling for a fight, I'll take you.
Careful, Brant.
There's too many badgers in this town. Too many tin badgers.
I'll take you. You can't come sashaying around us this way.
First man that starts any gunplay is going to jail.
You won't get another chance like this, so you better take it. There'll be a heap of burying if you don't.
Ah, shut up. I'll bend the gun over you. Oh, let's give it to him, Frame.
The peace, do you hear? If I have to kill you.
There's my back. That ought to steady your hand.
I'll murder you.
Huh?
Get that away.
This is a court. I have order here.
Never mind, Judge. He ain't asking you to pull no guns.
This town needs is a gun-toting order. Hey! No,
Are you Frank Johnson?
yeah?
Well, I'm Mike Jones from Elderville. And being you're the United States Marshal, I'm turning this varmint over to you. He killed Joe Todd over our way, and there's a gang coming over to lynch
Joe Todd, eh? What's your name, mister?
Johnny Kinsman. Johnny behind the deuce, they calls him.
Don't let him get me, Mr. Johnson. I'm willing to stand trial and take my medicine, but I ain't got no stomach for lynching.
Well, there's no accounting for taste.
They're coming. Let's be going, Mr. Johnson.
All right, Jones, I'll take your prisoner and all the responsibility.
Get off that horse and follow me.
Luther, get to Francis Edwards and tell him to meet me up at Black Storeroom. I ain't trusting this gent to no jail.
Where are we going, mister? You're going to stay by me, ain't you, Mr. Johnson, and see that I get
Keep your mouth shut and do like I tell you. Mr. Dixon, I got your mules. You did? Yeah. Where were they? Over at Joe Todd's place in Elderville. Yeah? By the way, Todd's dead. Dead? Yeah. Did you do it? No, this fella. Mob's coming from Elderville to lynch him. If I was you, I'd get inside and close up shop. What? A mob? You don't say. Yes, I do. You just get inside and sit tight and start shooting lay on the floor.
You can't stop them. There's too many of them.
Hey, Frame, I'm going along home. Take this gun. Ain't nothing a mob hates like a sawed-off shotgun. It's all loaded.
Thank you, Mr. Dixon.
Now, wait.
Where are you fellas going?
That ain't Jack ain't throwing his cold one up. He's telling every man in town.
Say, young fella, don't you know it's against the law to go around shooting up people?
Here they come. No two and Deadwood take the back door. Don't shoot unless they force your hand, but if they do, give it to them where it'll do the most good.
Are they sure enough coming?
Down to their scope here.
Where's that trunk? We're going to string him up.
Give you 10 paces leeway, fellas, and no more. This here Johnny's going to be tried fair and square, and I won't stand for no interference.
Looks like it might turn out to be a good show.
Up! Give it up, your 10 paces, and 2 more besides. Back in your places, or I'm killing a few of you.
Be reasonable, Mr. Johnson. No use getting yourself killed over a stinking little coward that shoots men in the back.
All right, come on, get him.
Well, let's
Right
give it to him,
inside.
Frame.
Come on, get him. Come on, get him. Come on, come on.
Let's give it to him, Frame.
Well, ain't nobody coming.
Come on, boys, let's take it.
Kill that cock. All right, come on, kill me. Come on, what's holding you back?
Let's help him get this Johnny behind the deuce.
Shut up.
Grant. When I count 3, let him have it. 1. 2. Hooray! Hooray!
You win, Frame. As fine a passel of cowards as I've ever seen.
Thought for a minute you fellas was going to be in the way of our gunfire.
Stand up, Johnny. Johnny Kinsman. You've been tried according to the laws of this county by a jury of your peers. They found you guilty. So I sentenced you to be hanged by the neck till you're dead. May God rest your soul.
They're going to string me up, Mr. Johnson.
Yes, I guess they are, Johnny.
I wouldn't waste no time either.
Come on.
Let go of me, Mr. Johnson. Make him.
Give him to me.
Yes, sir.
You take care of me, Mr. Johnson.
All right. Sit down, Johnny.
Are they really going to hang me, Mr. Johnson? I didn't mean to kill that feller, but he had it coming. You can stop him if you just say so. They won't hang me, Mr. Johnson.
Well, Johnny, I can't do anything now. Out of my hands. You've got to obey the law. You've been sentenced.
But they'll change the sentence if you say so, Mr. Johnson.
No, they won't, Johnny. Come on now, Johnny. Pull yourself together. Come on, Johnny. Pull yourself together. You got to act like a man now.
Johnny. Here, you want a cigarette, Johnny? Want me to light it for you? Here. Johnny, do you realize that you're the first fellow to be hung legal in Tombstone?
Am I, Mr. Johnson?
Yes, sir. You're the first man to be hung in this county according to Hoyle.
You don't say, Mr. Johnson.
Yeah, that's right. Everybody will be watching you.
Will you hang me, Mr. Johnson? Looks like me, don't it, Mr. Johnson?
Sure does.
Cactus candy, 2 bits a bag. Cactus candy, 2 bits a bag. Cactus candy, 2 bits a bag. Arizona cactus candy, 2 bits a bag.
You sure everything is according to Hoyle?
Yes, Johnny. Is there anything you'd like to say?
It was a very good trial. I want to thank everybody for taking such pains with me. I'm right proud that I'm the first man to be hung by the law in this county. We'll see you all in heaven.
Ought to be a Johnson.
All right. Let her go.
Frame, everything went off all right.
Congratulations, Mr. Johnson. That was a slick job.
Yeah.
Things in, Johnny.
It's a nice job, Mr. Johnson. We thank you for the business.
All right. If you get time, come over to see him. He's going to look wonderful.
It's a great day for Tombstone, Mr. Johnson.
You've got to stick with us on this, Tim. It's your duty as a sheriff.
I'm telling you, Williams, this thing has gone far enough.
We're doing it for Tombstone.
You're making this town the laughing stock of the West. I suppose the next thing will be a law putting men in skirts. There ain't gonna be no next thing. This law ain't gonna get far.
Frame Johnson knows what he's doing.
He's trying to run this town. He's trying to take it over. And he ain't gonna get away with it.
You better spring with us, Williams, before the shooting starts. Now, you fellas better do like the ordinance says and give up your guns.
Maybe you think Johnson's man enough to take him.
It ain't a question of that. A law's a law.
I'll make a few of my own, and you'll observe them.
We're all with Johnson on this pole.
Remember this, Williams.
There ain't near as many of your friends in this town as there is ours.
Oh, come now, Walt. Be reasonable. Give me a hand.
All right.
I'll tell you the only way to clean up this town. Let me turn my shotgun loose in that crowd down there. All they need is a double dose of buckshot.
Tut, Brad. You fellas have got to help me.
Give them a belly full of lead, that's my advice.
I got some news for you. I'm going to appoint your deputies.
How's that?
You fellas have got to help me. This is too big a job for just one man.
You mean we're going to be peace officers and help enforce the law?
Thought you'd back me up?
Hey, I'm a bang-up deputy. Law and order brand. Look at me. I brought to do battle for the right. Come on. Let's get going.
Come on, Brant. Out to keep the peace. There'll be no killing, no gunplay.
It's all prime, friend. Let's get out.
It'll take more than mighty fast when we get down there.
We're deputies.
Here they come now. Now let them come.
Well, can't you fellas read?
I reckon we can.
All right, get inside and hang up your guns. Go on, get out there.
I'm not going inside.
None of them Johnsons are going to get my guns.
Don't blame you, Craig.
Put those guns away.
Got a gun? Going out of town. All right, keep moving.
You men ought to be ashamed.
Better go home your board now. Brant, you and Deadwood take Main Street. Luke, you come with me.
Hey, I'm a bang-up deputy.
Hooray for the new deputy.
All right, Edward. Come on.
Go on, Anna. Ben, the Nelder. They're going to lock me up. I will be stand for no interference. No more. We're going to leave.
Hello, Mabel. Just a moment.
Say, what's the idea?
Well, just in the line of duty. Not yet.
You dirty tin horn. You lousy...
Made a great mistake, Frame. You never should have done it.
Hold your horses, Mr. Williams.
I knew it wasn't practical. I was against it from the start. The whole town's against you. You never should have made them deputies. It don't look right, Frame. The town's got the idea you four are out to take it over. It's going too far, Frame.
Tombstone is sick of St. Johnson. Get out of town. Otherwise, the other 5 of these will be delivered later, in the belly. Signed, Friends of Order.
Don't lose your nerve, Mr. Williams.
I'll save this for Northrop.
I can't stand the man that don't kill the ball once he starts it.
You're a sight drunk, Kirk. Pull yourself together.
Phil, you're a fool to tag along with them Johnsons. You're liable to get your head blowed off.
Hand over that gun, Kurt. Get back, Lieutenant Johnson. Drop that gun, do you hear?
Keep away from me or I'll kill you.
Back.
Good.
Who fired the first shot?
Luther Johnson there.
It ain't so, Finn. I didn't let him have it until I had to.
I got to arrest you, Luke. Hand over your gun. Get back.
I had to do it, Frame. He was a-blazing away yet. You'd have done the same.
Come on, you fellas. Get out of here. Go over to Elderville and get the Northern. Go on. Get out, all of you. I got to arrest him.
You ain't arresting nobody.
Got to turn him over, Frame.
I won't. I believe what my brother says.
That ain't the point. He's got to be put under arrest.
Northrop had no business carrying a gun.
Come on, Luke. Come on. You better make out a warrant for him.
Man.
Frame, got to turn Luther over. It's your duty as a peace officer.
Luther killed Kurt Northrop in self-defense, and you ain't gonna get him.
And Elder's got a warrant for him.
Tries to serve it, I'll kill him.
That's final then, is it? You won't give him up.
No, I won't give him up.
Well, if that's the case, I'll have to ask you to hand over your badge. See, I've got to protect myself. Got interest here.
I ain't a-handing over my badge, nor Luther, neither.
So you've turned dog, too. Eh, Mr. Williams?
I'm sorry if I seem to let you down, but the whole town's against you, Frame. They seem to think your only idea in disarming the town was to fix it so you could run it your own way.
So that's it, eh? All right, we'll put our guns away, too. We'll clean up this town without any guns.
If that's the case, what's to prevent Finn Elder from taking Luther?
You ain't gonna get out of this room unless you promise to get that warrant and tear it up.
All right. I will.
You didn't mean that, did you, Frame, about taking off your guns?
That goes for you, too, all of you. Take them off.
What's come over you, Frame? You crazy?
After what's happened today, we've got to take them off.
Frame, are you out of your head?
Don't be a jackass. You'll be murdered.
I'm running this show. Take off those guns.
We're going to have to organize.
Oh, thank you.
I'm sorry, Paul.
Give me that gun. Take this side.
Who's that?
That was a shotgun.
Brand! Get the doctor.
Yes, sir. Who done it, Brant?
I never seen him or nothing. I feel quizzing. I tell you. Law frame, it's a showdown. I'm nigh tore in half. Pull off my boot. I swear to Mama I wouldn't die with him on.
You ain't gonna die, Brant.
No use out playing poker, frame. I ain't gonna grow much older. Where's Loot? Deadwood?
Right here, Brant.
You won't light out on me.
No, Brant.
There's a few things I want you should tend to. You mind that madam back in Dodge City? She loaned me $60 once. Pay her back.
I'll tend to it.
Now 40 to that barkeep in Wichita. Take care of that, too. I don't want him cussing my ghost for a tin horn.
I'll look after it.
I reckon that's all the dollars I got in my possibles. You can have my pistols, Frame. Deadwood can take my ring. Loot can have my saddle, man, the fixings. See that Lotta gets my watch and my chain. That about breaks the bank. Bury my shotgun with me. I reckon they wouldn't have got me, Frame, if I'd have had my shotgun.
I'm gonna give them all back their guns tomorrow. Every last man.
I'll bet a blue chip they'll be needing them. No, I'd like to be there for the fireworks. I'm reaching the bottom of the deck. Tell Lotta I loved her. Aces and eights.
reckoning to be done before we're quits. As God is my judge, I'll get even with you down to the last drop of blood. I swear it.
When they get the town up, Poe, they'll never get out of that golden girl.
Hold it, Lem. We're gonna do our own killing in our own way. Come on. Come on, Walt.
Sure a long night. Morning will come soon. Yeah. There's a rooster crowing. Why don't you stretch out on the bed and try and get some sleep? I wish it was me lying over there. Don't talk, Luther. What are we gonna do with Brant's mare? Take her along with us, I reckon. Oh, I sure wish the sun would rise.
That would get that deal. Deal, I want you to attend to Brant's funeral. This'll cover it. Bear this with him.
I'll tend to it, Mr. Johnson.
Take these saddlebags up to the OK Corral. Tell them to get our horses there. Want a drink, boss? Leave him alone. Let's have one more drink to this town before we're on our way.
Luke, the Northrops are up in the OK barn, waiting for you.
Yeah? Well, Deadwood, here's where we get our bellies full of lead for breakfast.
Come on.
All right, boys, come on. Let them have it.
This way.
Loot. I'll get him. Deadwood. Where's Luther? Luther!
Frame.
Luther. Luther! Did we get them all? Every last man. Another town cleaned up. You were right, Lute. They don't want peace. Don't say that, Frame. You'll be keeping the peace as long as you live. It was my fault, Lute. No, it wasn't. We're all bound to go sooner or later. You're just 50 years ahead of your time. So long, Frame. Luther! Luther!
Where you going, Frame?
Judge, take care of the boys.
Dead.
Well, you wanted law and order, and you got it. But this isn't the end. After we're gone, there'll be other bad men in other towns breaking the law and toting guns. Unless somebody's got the guts to stop them.
You put an end to gun-toting and Tombstone, Frame.
Tombstone's only one town.